Scene 2, a hall in the castle. Enter Hamlet and Horatio.
So much for this, sir. Now you shall see the other. You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Methought I lay worse than the muddiness in the bilboes, rashly, and praise be rashness for it, let us know. Our indiscretion sometimes serve us well. When a deep plots do pall, and that should learn us, there's a divinity that shapes our ends, rough hew them how we will.
That is most certain.
Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me, in the dark, groped I to find out them, had my desire, fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found Horatio, O royal knavery, in exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervised, no leisure bated, no, not to stay, the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off. Is't possible? Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure, but wilt thou hear me how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus benetted round with villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. I once did hold it as our status due, a baseness to write fair, and laboured much. How to forget that learning? But, sir, now, it did me yeoman's service. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Ay, good my lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm might flourish, as peace should still her wheaten garland wear, and stand a comma tween their amities, and many such like asses of great charge, that on the view and knowing of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed.
How was this sealed?
Why, even in that was heaven ordinate. I had my father's signet in my purse, which was the model of that Danish seal, folded that writ up in the form of the other, subscribed it, gave the impression, placed it safely, the changeling never known. Now, the next day was our sea fight, and what to this was sequent, thou knowst already.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go too.
Why, man, did they make love to this employment? They are not near my conscience, their defeat does by their insinuation grow. 'Tis dangerous when the baser nature comes between the past and felt incensed points of mighty opposites.
Why, what a king is this?
Does it not, thinks thee, stand me now upon, he that had killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cozenage is not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm, and is not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil?
It must be shortly known to him from England. What is the issue of the business there?
It will be short, the interim is mine, and a man's life no more than to say one. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see, that portraiture of his, I'll court his favours. But sure, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace! Who comes there?
Your lordship is right. Welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost know this waterfly?
No, my good lord.
Thy state is the more gracious, for 'tis a vice to know him. He hath much land and fertile. Let a beast be lord of beasts, and his crib shall stand at the king's mess. 'Tis a chaff, but, as I say, spacious in the possession of dirt.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to his right use. 'Tis for the head.
I thank your lordship. It is very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent. Cold, my lord, indeed.
But yet methinks it is very sultry and hot for my complexion.
Exceeding, my lord, it is very salty. As twere, I cannot tell how, but my lord, majesty blade, me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I beseech you, remember.
Nay, my good lord, for mine ease, in good faith. Sir, here is newly come out to the Larities, believe me, an absolute gentleman, full of most excellent different of various society, and great showing. Indeed, to speak freely of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry. For you shall find him in the containment of what part a gentleman would see.
Sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you, though I know to divide him inventorily would dizzy the arithmetic of memory, and yet but yaw neither in respect of his quick sale, but in the verity of extolment. I take him to be a soul of great article, and his infusion of such dearth and rareness as, to make true diction of him, his syllable is his mirror, and who else would trace him, his umbrage, nothing more.
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The concernancy, sir? Why do we wrap the gentleman in our raw breath?
Sir?
It's not possible to understand another tongue? You will do it, sir, really.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of the Larities?
His purse is empty already. All
God.
golden words are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, sir. Yet, in faith, if you did, it would not much approve me. Well, sir?
You are not ignorant of what excellence. Laertes is.
I dare not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence, but to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon, but in the imputation laid on him, by then, in his meed, he's unfellowed.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath wagered him 6 Barbary horses against which he had imponed, as I take 6 French rapiers and poniards, with their assigned as bridle hangers, and so. 3 of the carriages in faith are very dear to fancy, very responsive to the hilts, most delicate carriages, and of very liberal conceit.
What call you the carriages?
I knew you must be edified by the margin. Eerie you had done.
The carriages, sir, are hangers.
The phrase would be more germane to the matter if we could carry cannon by our sides. I would it might be hangers till then. But on. 6 Barbary horses against 6 French swords, their assigns, and 3 liberal conceited carriages. That's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this all imponed, as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between you, yourself, and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9, and it would be come to immediate trial to your lordship. Would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial.
Sir, I will walk in here in the hall, if it pleases majesty. It is the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I redeliver you then so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours, yours. He does well to commend it himself. There are no tongues.
Answer, Lord.
My lord, his majesty commended you to him by young Osric, who brings him back, that you attend him in the hall. He sends to know if your pleasure hold to play Larities, or that you will take longer time.
I am constant to my purposes. They follow the king's pleasure. If his fitness speaks, mine is ready, now or whensoever, provided I be so able as now.
The king and queen are coming down.
In happy time.
The queen desires to use some gentle entertainment to Larities before you fall for the play.
She well instructs me.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I've been.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I've been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds, but thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
Nay, good my lord.
It is but foolery, but it is such a kind of gain-giving as would perhaps trouble a woman.
If your mind dislikes anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not fit.
Not a whit, we defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all, since no man has aught of what he leaves, but what is to leave betimes. Let be.
Okay, how the hell is King Claudius, Queen
No,
Gertrude,
Come, Hamlet, come, and take this hand from me.
King Claudius puts Laertes' hand in Hamlet's.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong, but pardon as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard, how I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done that might your nature honor an exception. Roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. Was Hamlet wrong, Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness? If be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wrong. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts that I have shot my arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I'm satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge, but in terms of honor I stand aloof and will know reconcilement till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent of peace, to keep my name ungored. But till that time, I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils. Come on.
One for me.
I'll be your foil, Laertes, in mine ignorance your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fury off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace had laid the odds over the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I've seen you both. But since he is better, we have therefore odds.
This is too heavy. Let me see another.
This likes me well. These foils have all a length.
They prepare to play. Hey, good, my lord.
Set me the set me the steps of one upon that table. If Hamlet give the first or second hand, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup an union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have won. Give me the cups, let the kettle to the trumpet speak. But to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens to earth. Now the king drinks to Hamlet. Come on, begin, and you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir.
My lord.
They play.
One.
No.
Judgment.
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again.
Stay, give me drink, Hamlet. This pearl and thine, here's to thy health.
Trumpets sound and cannon shot off within.
Give him the cup.
I'll play this spout first, set it by a while. Come. They play.
Another hit. What say you?
A touch, I do confess it.
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin. Rub thy brows. The queen carouses thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good, madam.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
He drinks.
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll hit him now. And yet it is almost against my conscience.
Come, for the third, Laertes, you but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence. I am afraid you.
Laertes wound Hamlet. Then in scuffing, they change rapiers, and Hamlet wounds Laertes.
Nay, come, again.
Queen falls.
Oh, I
Look to
lost.
the queen, there ho! Laertes wounds Hamlet. Then in scuffing, they change rapiers, and Hamlet wounds Laertes.
And I come again.
Look to the queen, there ho!
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is it, Laertes?
Why, as a woodcock to mine own springe, Osric.
How is it, Laertes?
Why, as a woodcock to mine own springe, Osric, I am justly killed with mine own treachery.
How does the queen?
No, no, the drink, the drink. Oh, my dear. The drink, the drink. I am poisoned.
He dies.
Oh, villainy, ho, let the door be locked. Treachery, seek it out.
Laertes falls.
It is here, Hamlet. Thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour's life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poison I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point in venom too, then venom to thy work.
Stabs king. Treason, treason.
Treason, treason.
Stabs king. Treason.
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 Oh, yet defend me, friends. I am but hurt. Go.
Here, thou incestuous, murderous damned Dane, drink off this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
King dies.
He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by him. He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me.
He dies.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen, adieu. You that look pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, as this fell surgeon death is strict in his arrest. Oh, I could tell you. But let it be, Horatio, I am dead. Thou list report me and my cause are a right to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
As thou'rt the man, give me the cup. Let
Go.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
As thou'rt a man, give me the cup. Let go. By heaven, I'll have. Oh, good Horatio, what a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story.
March afar off and a shot within.
What warlike noise is this?
Young Fortinbras, with conquest from Poland, to the ambassadors of England gives this warlike wally.
Oh, I die, Horatio. This potent poison quite o'ercrowds my spirits. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice, so tell him with the occurrence more and less which have solicited, the rest is silence.
Hamlet dies. I
So funny.
Oh, I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite o'ercrowds my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice, so tell him with the occurrence more and less which have solicited, the rest is silence.
Hamlet dies.
Now cracks the noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
March within.
Why does the drum come hither?
Enter Fortinbras, the English ambassador, and others.
Where's the sight?
What is it you would see? If aught of woe or wonder, cease your search.
This query cries on havoc, O proud death! What feast is towards in thine eternal cell? that thou so many princes at a shot so bloodily hast struck.
And our affairs from England come too late. The ears are senseless that should give us hearing, to tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. We have our thanks.
Not from his mouth. Had it the ability of life to thank you, he never gave commandment for their death. But since so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polack wars, and you from England, are here arrived to give order that these bodies high on stage be placed to the view. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause, and in the upshot purposes mistook fallen on the inventors' heads. All this can I truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it, and call the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now I claim my vantage doth invite me.
Of that I shall have to also cause to speak, and from his mouth, whose voice will draw on more, but let the same be presently performed, while even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Let four captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royal, and for his passage, the soldiers' music and the right of war speak loudly for him. Take up the body, such as a sight of this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go bid the soldiers shoot.
Exit, marching, after which a peal of ordnance is shot off.